Matt, Mike, IronTrap Garage. We're doing a midweek little excursion. So I've been working on an estate for a little while now that it started out with me trying to get information about this Studebaker transmission I have in the Sweetheart Roadster. And I remember there was an old place near me that the guy was obsessed with old Studebakers. Unfortunately, during the time of me trying to get information about the transmission I had, the guy got sick and passed away, unfortunately. So fast forward a little bit of time, and the executor of the estate, the family member that's taking care of it, I got in touch again with her, and they let me come in to dig around, look for parts, and see if there's anything I need. As expected, there's like an insane amount of stuff, and I bought some parts that were neat for hot rods. I didn't buy a ton, but there was one thing that I saw that I could not live without. As soon as I got out of there, I texted Mike photos, and I made a deal on it, and I had to have it. So it was dark when we made the deal, and we're going back to pick up the item, and it's just too cool. I had to have it, and it's rusty, of course, and it's old, of course,
and it's probably heavy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's heavy. It's definitely heavy. So it meets all the criteria of things that I buy.
Yep. And
we're gonna go grab it. So it's literally like maybe a mile from my house. It's really crazy. This place has been there forever. I've never been in there since I was a kid, and it's only like a mile from my house. So we're going down there to pick up some stuff. We figured we'll shoot a little thing on it. I think he already drug it out for me ahead of time because it was buried, but we can now pick it up, and we'll do a little bit after we get it in the truck and then unload it at the shop. So we're gonna drive just a mile down the road.
So Matt, how's it fit?
So we thought the T was kind of cramped, but this is a little worse. The pedals are almost in my butthole. I don't even know how they drove this thing with the steering wheel. I mean, this is, although maybe it was for a child and I'm just being a little ridiculous.
Yes.
I could see it.
So this thing's super crazy. There's a tractor tire here up front, which runs down into the transmission,
Car transmission.
Yes, which then goes to a rear end of some sort. We're thinking out of a Nash
Yeah.
Metropolitan, or it's super tiny. I'll take a photo of it. It's literally this wide.
I think the trans and the rear might be out of a Metropolitan for how
Maybe even
small.
the steering rack.
Maybe, I don't know, but definitely the rear looks like an old Metropolitan steering, rear end, just because of how small the pumpkin is and how narrow. It doesn't look like the rear has ever been cut, so it's got to be something really small to have this wheelbase. But this thing is amazing. We got the hood sides too. That's over here somewhere, and I somehow crammed myself in here. I don't think I could ever drive this thing, but it feels cool. But somebody took the time to louver a side panel and make a hood top. So I mean, somebody had a little bit of skill to do this. So we'll probably kind of clamp it together. But man, it just looks like a cool old pre-war kids racer that I could just see barreling down the freaking hill. And everything's hooked up. We thought the rear was locked up, but
The drums were just seized.
the drums were a little stuck and the wheels have flat spots, so when the guy who was helping us was dragging it with the tractor, because of the flat spots it just made it seem like it was stuck. But once we picked it up and spun the wheel by hand, it actually rolls pretty good, which is awesome. So we're gonna try and make a little spot for it here in the shop so that I can display it. And yeah, this thing's awesome. This is another one of my heirlooms for when I have a child, maybe. So,
Or when we have to sell it when he dies.
yeah, the big estate auction. But this thing is awesome. I love it. This is probably my favorite thing I've bought in a really, really long time. So we'll get some shots of this and get it rolled in the shop and show you what it looks like in its new home. Alright, so Mike and I got it in place, and this is the perfect spot for it. I had to clean a bunch of junk out from underneath my pallet racking that I've been meaning to organize anyway, so it was a good excuse to do that now, instantly. We got the car in, and Mike had a killer idea to lift the wheels up and put them on the bottom bar in the back, and it kind of tilted the car. It looked like it's going around the corner, and it looks awesome. This thing is like, this is one of the coolest things I think I've ever picked forever and ever, because it's just, it's home built, it's kind of crude, but it's just so cool how somebody did this. And it has brake lines, everything's there that would give me evidence that somebody was driving this thing and ripping it around. So some kid probably had like the coolest go-kart ever with this. So at least now it's living indoors, the car can be preserved, and who knows what I'll do with it. I had the idea of maybe doing some pinstriping or something on the grill, or putting an IronTrap logo might be kind of cool on there. Don't know yet, but either way, we saved it, and it's not going to go to waste, get rotted, scrapped, or sit in some stupid antique shop for the rest of its life with a price tag that's out of this world. It's going to go here and be in the right place. So I'm really psyched. So hope you guys enjoyed our little adventure, midday adventure, and yeah. Catch you later.